Two Hannahs and one Rekha return to Discovery. The Wallies in the Mirror Universe are black, and a Kelpian spills cur sauce on Commander Landry. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Seventh Rule with Cirroc Lofton.
Hello, hello.
Today we are doing a review of Discovery Season 3, Episode 9, Terra Firma, directed by Omar Mada, a newcomer. My name is Ryan T. Husk. We are joined by a very special guest all the way out in northwestern Germany, I believe.
True.
Immo Radtke. How are you, Immo?
I'm fine, thanks.
Awesome. So first things first, I'm outnumbered ceiling fans, 2-1.
You are.
I love that Hall Swing program you're running right there.
It is, and you want to see something cool? Wait for it. I hope it will work.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa. What the hell? If I could only do that.
How did you?
Well, you have to try it, Cirroc. Just try it.
Make it come back. Okay, Make it come back. We're ready.
Watch this. Here it goes. Wait for it.
Energize.
And now it's back. No, I couldn't do it.
Oh my God.
I can't either. Kudos to my good friend Mirko. Mirko is the guy who did this. I told him, Mirko, I need some cool stuff. Just do something with Cirroc's room.
This is already worth the price of admission right here.
This is amazing.
We could just hang out for the next 40 minutes and we'd be like, that was a worthwhile episode. Good job, Immo. Wow.
You know, I was wondering if that was like a piece of art on the wall or what you had there. But now that I'm looking at it closely, it kind of looks like what we're about to talk about in this episode. Is it not the Karat? No?
Don't ask me. Ask Mirko. Isn't that the Discovery?
Okay, I think that.
I thought that was in Discovery, but
I think that's in Discovery, and I think that was in Discovery, and I think that they were showing that in the clip with Giorgio when they were saying that her ship awaits her, and she was looking out into the screen.
I would have to ask Mirko. I'm sorry. That's the guy who did this.
It looks like the Discovery.
I always thought it's the Discovery. Yeah.
Right.
I thought so as well. It's just the Discovery. Yeah.
Wow. Good job.
All right. Sweet.
Well, boy, he's already up in the ante on us, Cirroc.
I know. I got to get my. I need a special effects team like Immo. He's got it going on.
Well, you got your fan as a special effect. I know that you paid big money to have that added in.
Yeah.
Virtually.
The electric bill on that is just stunning.
And it runs pretty smooth. Mine doesn't.
Speaking of stunning, also I do want to mention very quickly that we've got Virtual TrekCon presents 12 days of content, which is going to be 12 days. It's going to be a mix of just re-premiering and having the live chat for all of the videos from Virtual TrekCon #1, as well as a few new things, some live events, as well as our review show and Falling Towers review show. So it's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be 12 days straight. Not going to be 15 hours of per day like, a real regular Virtual TrekCon. It's going to be a few things per day so people can enjoy it. So people have something to look forward to, an actual human contact every single day during the holidays from December 23rd to January 3rd. So make sure to check that out, everybody. Go to virtualtrekcon.com or find Virtual TrekCon on social media for information about that. 12 days of content. Also, big, quick shout out to our good friend Angie Long. She had a house fire a few days ago, which has displaced her and her family. So we've got some funding coming her way. So if you want to donate to that, we'll include the link down below. I believe our friend Mickey Gunter started it. We'll include the link in the description box below. So please check that out. We love Angie. We love her family. Really good people. You know her from Star Trek Las Vegas and from our video last year. So they're fine. Everybody's good, but they need some help during the holidays.
Well, okay.
And now, episode 9, Terra Firma. Well, do you guys notice a few returns from the Mirror Universe?
Returns of the Mirror Universe. I noticed the return of what's her name? Ellen Landry, isn't it?
Commander Landry.
Yeah.
She was one of my 3 favorites when the show started. Culber, Saru, and Landry.
Mine as well. I was, devastated when she died. They took her off way too early.
Devastated, though, huh?
Yeah, I noticed that you like Landry a lot, Ryan. What was your reason for liking Landry so much?
She's from Battlestar Galactica, or as I like to call it, Battlescar Dramatica. And so that's nice. You always like to see an actor come back that you really like, and she was really cool in it. Also, she's a phenomenal actress. I really liked how she played the character. I really liked watching her, how she had that subtle, I still remember the best line she gave was she just said, like, "Captain wants to see you." But she said it in a way that was like kind of stone cold, and I really liked her. I thought she had a nice future in Star Trek, and then they killed her very quickly and in the not so best way. That's why I liked her. What about you, Immo? Battlestar?
Yeah, Battlestar. That's it, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to admit it.
Okay, that makes sense. Who else did we see? You mentioned, is there more than one? Who else did we see?
Yeah, 2 Hannahs have returned. Number 1 was Hannah Cheeseman. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She played Ariam in the 2nd season. Remember, originally Sarah Middich played Ariam in the 1st season, and then she now plays Lieutenant Nilsson, the blonde girl, on the bridge for the last 2 seasons. And Hannah Cheeseman replaced her as Ariam in the 2nd season when Ariam died. So we saw her back in the Mirror Universe. And I looked up on IMDb to see what her character was, and I believe she was a human, and they called her Ariam. So maybe that means that in this timeline, she didn't become cybernetic. She didn't become, but I'm not 100% sure. So we need help from the chat pack, the people in the chat and the comments below. Let us know, was that her as a human, or was she herself Ariam, the cybernetic being, and I just missed it? But I know I thought I saw her for sure. The other one was Hannah Spear, who played Serana in 2 episodes of Discovery, who was the Kelpian that was Saru's sister. And she came back and played a Kelpian for a 3rd episode today, but a different character. It was Dr. Issa, the Kelpian that was calling out on the distress call. So that was her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I did not know that. So she's good at being a Kelpian.
Mm-hmm. A lot of callbacks. There was also our good friend, Mr. David Benjamin Tomlinson, who has played Linus. He's played Kelpians. He's played Klingons. He played that alien in the 1st episode of season 3 that I forgot what it was. I mean, basically, I made the joke that he's played 47 different characters already on Discovery. He's their new Wei-Yun, I guess, or their new Jeffrey Combs, I should say.
I was going to say Jeffrey Combs, yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people returning. What do you guys think of the Mirror Universe stuff?
Oh, it gives you a headache, doesn't it? I mean, who's Carl? That's the elephant in the room, isn't it? Who's Carl? That dude obviously has some Q vibes, if you ask me.
Yeah.
What also got me excited, but it's probably going to stay a wish unfulfilled, is we're talking gamma quadrants. So maybe Carl has something to do with the wormhole aliens. I doubt it, but
with
which the wormhole aliens.
Oh, wormhole.
I doubt it, but it would be cool to have a reference to that. Yeah, so who is he? Is he a Q? And what is this whole Mirror Universe thing that we're seeing? Is it a dream? Is it a task by the Q? Is it really time travel? Who knows?
What do you think, Cirroc? Is he? Oh, sorry.
So I was going to say, because if it is time travel, I think they're going to run into some serious problems. But let's see.
What do you think, Cirroc? Is he a Q? Carl? Spelled with a Q? Q-A-R-L?
Quarrel. That would be Quarrel. No, I have no idea if he's a Q or not. I mean, that would be like the first logical guess of mine. I was just caught up on the fact that he was wearing his outfit, and it just seems so out of place that I really wish they gave him something else, any other outfit, something generic. He could have been wearing a garbage truck outfit or a prisoner's orange jumpsuit, anything but just like him looking like, I don't know, just was like an old mob guy or something, Archie Bunker. But it was a little bit that I couldn't get over the outfit. He played the role pretty well. I mean, as far as just being kind of this mysterious guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's funny. Don't forget to mention that.
He was kind of funny.
Okay, couple things to mention about that. First of all, I'll say what people are guessing that he might be besides a Q. But secondly, what do you guys think of those dad jokes he was throwing out?
Oh yeah, adorable and stuff like that.
Yeah, what do you call a cute portal? Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I thought you would love them, Ryan. I thought they were. Right.
That's what I was afraid of. I was like, the last thing I want is for people to connect that with me, because I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
I did immediately. Oh, okay.
So what I did was right then and there, I pulled out 2 jokes out of the top of my head. I was like, I could come up with 2 jokes that are funnier than that off the top of my head in an instant. And here they are.
Shoot, yeah.
Let me find. Okay. Adore told me a joke. Wait, I already forgot how it goes.
Okay, all right.
Wait. Adore told me a joke. He said, knock, knock. Okay.
Oh, God.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, are you knocking my joke? Come on. Did you? Thank you. Did you hear about the door that went to court? It was an open and shut case. Thank you.
Yep.
But did you laugh more at these or at Carl's dad joke?
I laughed at neither one.
I saw you laugh. Play the tape back. I mean, you were probably laughing at me, not with me, but I'll take it.
The only line I liked that he said, which was, maybe you should have studied up on doors before you came here.
Yeah.
That's solid. I can't compare with that.
That one I liked. It was a nice little zinger. But no, I don't have any door jokes. The door itself looked really, I mean, the whole thing was kind of a little primitive, right? I mean, the door itself was like an old school apartment door, brownstone door. He's dressed like Archie Bunker with a newspaper in his hand.
So you wanted it to be better adorned.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. No, but I would say that another suspicion that I have is that this Carl guy, along with the guy who was originally in the opening scene when he was talking about Giorgio and breaking down Giorgio being the one from the parallel universe and
Koch.
Right, which I like that actor, and I like the way he delivers that character really well. He kind of reminds me of the antagonist in The Matrix. The
Mr.
guy
Anderson.
Yes,
exactly. That says that. Yeah, Smith, Agent Smith.
Agent Smith. He kind of has an Agent Smith kind of vibe to him. But I would suspect that Carl, as well as this Agent Smith guy, are Section 31. I just feel like that's
well, if they really want to shoot a spin-off with Giorgio and Section 31, they need to get there somehow.
Right. Well, that's the theory, is that this is the swan song for Michelle Yeoh on Discovery, because now she's going to be in Section 31. But let's finish up on the elephant in the room, who is Carl. And that's a Walking Dead joke. Coral. That's how you pronounce them.
okay.
A lot of people are thanks. A lot of people are saying that he may be a guardian of Forever, which is a original series callback on the episode "The City on the Edge of Forever," which is like there's like this portal where you can go through it and go anywhere, and so that's what this might be a callback to. So he might be a guardian. You know the character, right, Immo?
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, as I said, I would assume he's a Q regarding the TOS character. What's his name again? The Guardian?
The Guardian of Forever.
It's just the Guardian of Forever, whatever. I'm not so sure about that, because what confused me is that the computer said, okay, there's a 5% chance if you go to, what was the planet's name, Danish 5 or something, 5 or 6, I don't remember. But it didn't say why. And if it was about the Guardian of Forever, what would probably have some records of it. Mm-hmm. And would have explained why to go there.
Yeah, I kind of like your first answer, Immo, which was about the profits of the wormhole. And the reason I like that answer is because one of their methods of communicating was to ask all these questions of Sisko, right? What is time? What is this? And so questions and answers were their entire motif. And I feel like in this particular scene with Carl, a lot of the things were about questions. That's not the right question. You're not asking me the right question. The answer follows the question. They made somewhat of an allusion to that. So I'm kind of leaning that way too.
Would be cool, but the setting wouldn't fit.
The setting doesn't fit, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I think we might find out maybe just as soon as next episode, possibly. But yeah, so this
I don't think we will find out, by the way.
Yeah, that would suck.
I think they're going to let that just they needed a way to get Giorgio back over to this other space and time. So literally another time and another dimension, right?
Right.
So
alternate universe, yeah.
Alternate universe. So how are they going to scientifically explain that with a mycelial network or any kind of sport drive or whatever they want? They've already did this much to get us this far, and they needed a quick way to just kind of jump into where they wanted to jump to. And I feel like they may not explain who Carl is.
I was wondering if this whole mirror universe thing is part of the main plot, or if they are setting up a B plot, just to get her back. So does the mirror universe have anything to do with the big burn? No.
Sorry, I'm just mesmerized by your Discovery ship behind you. It just looks so cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and the fan.
But I think you might be right about that too. That thought crossed my mind, Immo, whether this mirror universe had something to do with the burn that's going to come, right?
Yeah.
Hey, the fan disappeared again. Energize?
Magical.
There's even a cooler thing.
Let's see it.
It's just the sound is missing. I forgot to start the sound. Black alert.
Oh,
what? That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That does look cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah.
And the fact that you announced Black Alert was even cooler.
Yeah.
My favorite line, which was...
yeah, I know. I heard you discussing it, yeah.
Yeah, which was also in this episode, right? She said, get ready.
Which reminds me, Ryan, you owe us a song.
Oh, yeah.
My voice is... I don't know if I can do it yet.
Sounds good. It's good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, but I might have to... Okay, how about this? One more hint for next week. Yeah, I got to hit some high notes, so I can barely hit the regular lows. Probably next week. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting my voice back. I lost it a week ago, and it's battling back right now. But good memory, Immo. I was hoping people would forget, but I have a feeling they're going to keep me honest because I'm like, next week.
Thank you.
You better. Here I come. And now I'm like, well, maybe next week.
Yeah, I like it.
That's for Osira, right?
Yeah.
Any guesses? You know the song. High Notes with Osira.
Not really.
Well, yeah. Nope. I have no guesses.
Okay, so now I forgot what we were talking about.
Well, Carl and yeah.
Door jokes, I think it was.
Oh yeah, you were on your door jokes, okay.
But what do you think this whole thing is we're seeing? Is it a dream? Is it a task? Is it really an alternate timeline or the mirror universe?
Yeah, I think.
What is it?
I think it's a Guardian of Forever. I think that was a pretty solid guess.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see, though. Sometimes Discovery does exactly what we're expecting them to do, and sometimes they throw in a twist. I do think next episode will probably be Michelle Yeoh's final episode on Discovery, and then she's going to go off and be the lead on Section 31. So this is kind of her closure. And that's another thing that's interesting is they have officially, not that it needed to be done because it's already official, but they have officially canonized the Kelvin timeline of the JJ movies. Because if you'll recall, anything that's on TV or the big screen is officially canon. That's it. That's the end of the discussion there. But a lot of people kind of either refuse to accept it or don't want to think of it that way. But Discovery did mention the Romulan vessel the Romulan mining ship that went back in time and blah, 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 blah. That happened in the first 5 minutes of the 2009 Star Trek movie, thus connecting the stories, even if it was just, a minor thing. But it was really interesting because they had Lieutenant Commander Yor, and I don't know what alien that was. I don't think we've ever seen that alien before, but he was wearing a Next Generation first season uniform because it had the stripe. Do you know what kind of alien that is, Immo? Because I don't.
I don't.
He's from Uranus.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
You'll never get a look of disappointment from me on a joke like that. Won't happen.
As long as you're satisfied, Brian.
Yeah. There are a lot of Klingons there too. But so
that's a lot.
I didn't recognize the alien, but it could be
okay,
anything.
So that alien that they brought up in the opening scene, that was basically something that tied in the J.J. Abrams movie to now Discovery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in, it referenced. They referenced the JJ movies because they said that this character, Yor, came from an alternate universe, just like Michelle Yeoh's character, Georgiou, did. But he came from a different alternate universe, not the mirror universe that we've come to know, but the alternate universe that is in the JJ movies that was created when this Romulan mining ship went back in time to destroy Vulcan and Spock went after him and all that.
Yeah.
So they referenced it, thus officially acknowledging it and bringing it in as part of the story, even if it's just kind of for an anecdote.
Okay.
Cool alien, though.
Yeah. So what do you guys think will happen in the mirror universe? Or is it really her mirror universe, or did she create a mirror of the mirror universe? What is it? Because she's about to prevent Lorca's coup, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to have some effect on the first season of Discovery.
Yeah. I think Lorca is, I think we're going to see Lorca. I think we're going to see Jason Isaacs. If you'll recall, after season 1 ended, he was clamoring pretty hard to come back to Discovery.
Yeah.
He was saying, I want to come back. And no, it wasn't happening. The fans were saying it. And then suddenly, a year ago, he stopped. So maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason he stopped. Maybe he got tired of it, or maybe he got his wish.
there were plenty of points in this episode where you would expect him to show up. That's what I think, at least. One really missed him, you know. So I assumed they wouldn't get him back because, well, he probably isn't one of the cheapest actors to get for just 5 minutes in an episode. So I assumed but yeah, what you say makes sense. Let's hope he does come back. And, well, raised the question, will he be back as Mirror Walker or the Prime Universe Walker?
Mind blow.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to see in this next episode something play out that has been consistent with the visions that Giorgio keeps having of killing somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that, whatever that scene is.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I wasn't too sold on Giorgio handshaking with Saru and hugging with Tilly. Yes, she acted a little apprehensive about it, but the Giorgio of just 5 minutes prior that was so close to killing the only person she cares about, Michael. And in every episode, she talks about, I'd like to cut your head off and hang it from my wall and all this stuff. Suddenly, Saru says, hey, let's shake hands. And she's like, all right, cool.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
That's,
right.
I'm sorry. I hate to do this, but I have to give that a hard F, right? That is a hard F. She would look at him. She would look at the hand and look at him like, you're joking, right? You know, maybe spit on it, maybe cut it off, maybe just laugh at him and say some kind of, you know, snarky comment, you know, about cutting his hand off or whatever. But she would not be like, oh, yeah. That's my own 2 cents there. I should have
probably it's probably something they needed for the audience to have the mirror universe work, because this whole thing only worked because as audience you were thinking, okay, she will do everything different this time, and that probably was the setup for this whole thing. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that they set it up because later on in the mirror universe, Saru would be somebody she needed to count on. And so her having some kinds of respect for him or whatnot by showing that in this gesture would then carry over into the mirror universe so that she would be able to, you know, endear herself to him.
But it's another, might be true. I was wondering, being in the mirror universe, does she have some sort of compassion for him, or is it, does she just need him as her spy?
That's the mystery that they planted in our head, because at first I had the similar reaction that I had with the handshake, where I was like, oh, suddenly she's compassionate too? Like, where did all this come from over the last 3 years? This is not at all accurate. But then they show us, well, maybe it's not compassion. Maybe it's just her being devious and smart and saying, don't kill him because he's my key to unlocking the mystery of what's going on. So that part gets a good high grade from me, because there was an explanation for it to where we don't know. Obviously, we think she got more compassionate. That's probably also the case, but there's plausible deniability in that. No, she's just interested in finding out what this coup is, and he knows. So that works.
And I still think it's pretty brilliant to have Saru as a slave in the mirror universe and as a captain in the prime universe. It sends a strong message, you know. I think it does, at least,
Yeah, but it's funny because Tilly is basically the number one in both universes, right?
That's true.
Captain Killy,
Tilly and Killy.
Yeah. And she did a damn good job in Mary Wiseman in saying all the titles of the Emperor. I can't even recall one, but she did a damn good job in this episode.
Iaponius. That's the one
that
I remember.
I thought it was the best. I thought it was the best intro, and actually, from now on, Ryan, I'd like you to introduce me. With a similar,
yes, I will.
With a similar introduction, Her Imperial Highness, Mother of the Fatherland, Overlord of Vulcan, Dominus of Kronos, Regina Andor, Emperor Philippa Giorgio Augustus, Iaponis Centaurus. I mean, what a hell of an introduction. What a name.
Right. Awesome. All right. We need some help from the chat pack, the group in the live chat, as well as in the comments section and in our groups. We're going to need a lot of help to create something as epic as that for Cirroc, you guys. Okay. So, so we've got 1 week to come up with something that
Master of the ceiling fan,
yes, that is at that level.
Yes,
it's very good. I mean, there's Latin words in there, like Iaponis means Japanese, you know, in Roman or Old Roman way of, you know, which is part of the reason that made some people suspect that she might be related, not blood relatives, but in some way related to Hoshi, because Hoshi in Enterprise became, you know, the emperor or the high priestess or you know,
it's true.
And you know, her character is Japanese, and Giorgio has Japanese in her title. That doesn't mean anything, but that, you know, how Star Trek fans are, we like to try to connect everything. We're like, maybe this person, and one of the writers, whenever it was in the first season, said probably not, you know, when they were asked by it, they said probably not blood relatives, but maybe distant cousins is a possibility. So that's where we are. It's maybe they're related, but not directly.
Is Giorgio Burnham's mother in the alternate universe?
Adopted mother.
The adopted mother,
Oh, adopted mother. Okay.
And now has some feelings for her.
Yeah.
In the mirror universe, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Because she took her off the trash heap. And then Michael was like, yeah, but I was the queen. I was the master of that trash heap. I don't know you shit.
Yeah. And then we saw Book get shot down a little bit in this one. Saru was like, nope, we don't need you.
Yeah.
Right. And you notice Saru didn't say black alert this time because he's fine. Like in a hallway, he's like, this is fine. Okay, sure. Come on up. Come talk to me. That's cool.
It's got to be more than one. If it was two or more, then you announce black alert.
But if it's one, you're like, okay, what? Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, wow. We got the special.
Oh, black alert in effect.
Yeah, black alert. I read
Gorgeous.
That's a great effect.
Cirroc, if you say black alert, then every time you say black alert, oh man, look at that. Energize. There it is. Every time you say black alert, Immo has to do the black alert effect.
Yeah. Black alert.
It takes 5 seconds, I think.
That's okay.
For the engines to run,
Yeah, well, that's
Say it again. Say it again. Here we go.
Black alert.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. What was Saru's when he was trying out different catchphrases for his? What was one of them? Do you remember?
Hit it.
Hit it.
But that was, I think Pike used that one. He also said proceed might have been one. Like carry on. That's what it was. Carry
on. That's right. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Unless you're dealing with dead animals. But otherwise, that's an American pun, Immo.
Yeah.
It's no cool funny. Special effect. Sorry. What were you saying?
So so Stamets and Adira have this like moment, right? She's like can't figure something out, and he's like, "Oh, you just needed to reboot the system or something." And then she's upset because Gray hasn't been around, and that's kind of in her head a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was funny when at some point the algorithm decoded whatever the message was. And the way Stamets told Adira to go find Saru, the way he said it was like, it was so like he went back to his old asshole self that he's been going away from.
He's always teetering.
Right.
I had a couple notes on that. One was that I wrote Stamets dad splains to Adira. I'm like, that's the first day he's like, did you make sure to reboot it? You always have to reboot whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's our first dad-splain. But then the second one was, like you mentioned, when he said, go find Saru. Actually, this is definitely...
Here it is.
This is definitely a moment for the nitpick of the day. Whoever says, go find Saru on a ship full of communicator badges?
that was a
pretty
short
good question.
That one doesn't even take much more than that. We all get it.
Yeah.
Look, go find Saru. When he said go find Saru, I just wanted Deer to go, hey, Saru. You want me to do it? Well, you can't. Yours isn't working. No, yours is working. He could literally teleport there with one word now.
Right.
Go find him.
Right.
Okay, like go walk and find him, or can I just... Anyway.
No, walk around aimlessly until you run into him.
He just wants to dad-splain. He's like, you better go walk.
Go for a walk and take it. Yeah, that was kind of like, go find him? Really? It's like,
what am I, a Neanderthal? Are we cavemen?
Yeah.
And that's why I felt like it was, that's why, I don't know, there was something about that line that was so funny to me, and now you're explaining it. That was one of the aspects of it. And the other was the way he said it was like, it was so authoritative and dismissive. Yeah. Like, go do something now. Now do something with yourself. After you just figured out the algorithm and you did all this stuff. Right?
Well, that's probably why they had him killed again. Even though it wasn't the mirror universe, but still,
Right.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I did like that part that Stamets had, the overall story going on there, where he explained Giorgio's story and her ascension into being the emperor. That was really cool. That was fun. That was interesting, and they played it out. I was like, that was a very creative idea by the writers. I'll nitpick at them sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, I really liked that creative idea. It was fun to watch. It was interesting, and it was creative, I thought.
Yeah, I actually disagree with that. I was thinking it wasn't that great, and because
put your tie on.
No, the thing, it just made me think. I was like, so it looked like a opera, I guess you could say.
Yep.
And I was, so I was saying, okay, this is like an opera, a futuristic opera, I guess, but yet it wasn't futuristic. And that's the element that I felt was missing from the opera. It was an opera that I could see right now today at Cirque du Soleil with a bunch of aerial, people that know how to use those material things that they wrap themselves up in. Yeah. So there was nothing advanced about it. I mean, if they had done that with like some computer hologram, or some futuristic looking laser light, some kind of different thing than just a piece of cloth that I see draped from any other Cirque du Soleil performance. I don't think that performance art is going to make it 500 plus years into the future. I just think that it has its time now, and it doesn't seem like it would be relevant then.
Makes sense.
That was my pick.
I think it was more like ritualistic than anything. Kind of like how the people out in New Zealand, the Maoris, they do the haka dance or something like that, for example. Mm-hmm. It's ritualistic. At this point, we could do something that better than they'd look like they're doing the Nog Ferengi dance or whatever, but it's a ritual thing and it's cultural. So, when it comes to the arts, anything goes. Sometimes things are ritualistic and sometimes they're futuristic, but I think Immo has to break the tie here because this is it. We got to put you on the spot.
Yeah, what'd you think about that scene?
I liked it. I have to say I liked it. It's a typical thing emperors like to watch, back in the always going to say Romulan days, but you know what I mean. No? Around Caesar, and Star Trek never gets tired of cultural things. They never get tired of quoting Shakespeare or whatever. So I think it fit. Yeah.
By the way, did you guys notice that Georgiou's sword? I can't be the only one. The elephant in the room is Georgiou's sword looked like He-Man's sword. Am I right?
It does. It does.
Thank you. I thought I was going to be alone on this one. Totally. She held aloft her magic sword and said, by the power of the USS Charon.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that I noticed too. Also, like there was a kind of an Egyptian theme to the style of dress and
good point.
You know, the headdress that she was wearing. I think one of the Egyptian gods, if I'm not mistaken, it's Horus, but wears that similar kind of headdress, or is depicted with that same kind of headdress. So I noticed a lot of them borrowing from that, but I enjoyed the black and gold. I thought it was pretty, I liked the look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody mentioned too that gold is Michael Burnham's color, and it's true. It really does look good on her. It looks really good. That bright gold outfit, really cool. What did you think of the imagery of the Mirror Universe, Immo?
Dark. No, I think they're doing a good job, but I think they always do. I always like the Mirror episodes, Mirror Universe episodes. I know there are a lot of people that hate them, but I think they're pretty cool as long as you don't overdo them. Mm-hmm. And in Discoveries, this is the first series where it actually could make sense to do more Mirror Universe episodes. We have to see.
One thing I did like as well was the social environment. It looked like a nightclub or something that they were hanging out in.
Yeah, Mirror Universe, they have more fun than we do.
What's up? Can I go to that bar? Because that bar looked like it was really a place to be. It was popping, yeah. And it actually reminded me of being out with my friends and drinking. So I like the fact that they added that element of kind of, I don't know, social, you know, hanging out and socializing. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
I thought the same. I was like, dude, the Mirror Universe isn't all that bad. Like, they sure have way more fun than the Federation, because the Federation, they're like, you know, they sit at a table, at a plain regular table, and they talk about diagnostics. And these guys are throwing knives at apples on their head and partying it down. Yeah. That's like a Thursday night for you, right, Immo?
Yeah, it is. The usual. Yeah.
Black alert, black alert.
Oh, wait. Oh, the fan disappeared.
All right. But yeah, you know, and the other thing is, I don't know, this.
There it is.
There it is. We're in black alert, ladies and gentlemen. There was another thing too. Okay, so some of the background characters that we've been complaining don't get enough foreground screen time seem to have gotten more action in the Mirror Universe. Like some of the guys I didn't, you know, you never see even a close up on. And yet in the Mirror Universe, they were actually getting more screen time and more closely worked into the script. So I like the fact that they were developing those characters, even if it wasn't in the actual regular universe.
Yeah, good point. Like Owasakan, she was kind of like the lieutenant there. You know, she was kind of like the muscle.
Yeah, but that's something I like about season 3 in general, that they're finally doing some character development or characterization.
Right, which is what we've been wanting forever.
Yeah. Finally.
So we only have a minute left before we have to run, guys. Any final thoughts on this, or any predictions for the next one?
Yeah, we think we covered that, but I do want to ask you about the other Kelpian that was sent to be made into a stew. That was
our buddy David Benjamin Tomlinson.
Okay.
Playing his 47th character. So we think that's awesome. Star Trek fans We love it when they reuse actors, and you know, it's cool to bring them back, and we want them to keep getting work. But then sometimes I think about, what if you were the guy that was like the runner-up to play Cirroc, and you're like, I'm like their second favorite Kelpian ever, and then their agent's like, don't worry, there's more Kelpians coming up, and then they find out that they just keep reusing the same actors, or like the runner-up to play, you know, whatever alien, but then they just keep reusing the same people they like Serrana, the Hannah Cheeseman that played Serrana, you know. So it's great for the fans, it's great for the people that are already on there, but the runner-ups right now are just like, come on, get me out, I'm so close.
I also liked how they went into like kind of how the ganglia in the back of the neck was being activated. Yeah. I like when they go into specifics about aliens and how they react differently, and that was another example of it.
Absolutely. So we do have to run right now. We do want to give a very special thanks to Carmen Shamwell, PJ Thomas, TJ Jackson-Bey, Bill Victor Arucan, Yvette Blackmon, Dennis Koch, Homer Frizzell, Eve England out in Wales, Marie Segal, Titus Mohler, Tim Baum, Susan V. Gruner, Rex A. Wood, Robert Weissburg, if it's pronounced in German, Weissburg, which means like White Mountain, I think.
Weissburg, is it Berg or Burg?
B-U-R-G.
B-U, so it's Burg, it's like a castle.
Oh, even
better. Yeah.
Nice hamburgers. And a very, very special thanks to Mr. Immo Radtke out in Germany. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Really awesome.
Pleasure being here.
He definitely brought the most.
That black alert.
Yeah,
he brought that black alert to the table.
Wait for it.
There it is.
There it is.
Gorgeous.
Looks great.
Anyway, thanks very much, everybody at home. Please give us some comments. Tell us what you thought. Answer the questions we posed to you. Make sure to subscribe, like, and tell your friends. And always remember the 7th rule.